afternoon, guys. Well, we have a challenge on our hands. Oh my gosh, this is just so funny. I had to do this challenge last night and it didn't go to plan. Over in Tracie Fox's the Foxy Crafters Junk Journal group on Facebook, links below, guys, she set us a challenge of 4 sheets of paper, 2 tags and 5 minutes to collage them. Just the tags. She already allowed us to have tags already pre-cut, or if we needed to cut them then we could do that beforehand. She also allowed us time after, so we didn't have to do it in the 5 minutes, it could be done afterwards to cut around the tags, any excess overhang to cut it off. That wasn't included in the 5 minutes. However, we didn't get any extra time for things like inking and that sort of stuff, stamping if we wanted to, so that all had to be done within that 5 minutes. And oh my word, I chose 4 sheets of paper, 2 tags. I'll pop the pictures of the papers and the don't need the tags because they're just plain. They were just these plain teal coloured, green, turquoisey coloured ones that I have. But at the end of this video I'll tag on the photo from last night of the 4 pieces of paper that I did choose to use, because obviously they've all been cut up and collaged now. But this is what I've got left scraps wise, although I did do others afterwards with the bits left over. So it makes a mess, I will not lie. I won't include them because them are from a different one. Yeah, it makes a big mess, so be prepared. I used a Tracie Fox printable, tear sheet printable. I used a Juni Desiree, or JD as she likes to call herself on YouTube, links below, printable. I used a, not very much left of it, that was part of it, just a printable scrapbook paper sheet. It wasn't full A4, it was, I think it was 8x8, something like that anyway, but I used that. That was like a digital kit printable that I got on Etsy ages ago. And then I used a coffee dyed fax cover page that my printer prints out. It's got like preset printables on it, and you can have graph paper, music, what's the music paper? Well, it's the I haven't got any to hand, typical. The music paper with the lines on anyway. This sort of stuff without the notes on it. That stuff. But yeah, this was one that I printed and then coffee dyed. But that's what I used. That's just a bit of the extra that I used afterwards. And I have odd bits of scraps left over, which I am going to keep and use for something else. So, because you know what we're like, we have to just hoard everything. I'm not going to use these, however, in this challenge because I went over the time scale, so I have to choose some more. So, even more scraps. Awesome. Thank you, Tracie. Like we don't have enough. I bet I'm not going to get them all back in that packet now either. Yeah, don't mind the packet. It's been a recycled packet from my lovely friend Shell over at Shell CCC, not CC, CCC. I'm always reusing her stuff because it's just awesome. So let's just pop all this back in here. But yeah, anyway, I did this last night watching telly. We got 5 minutes and I did it in something like 7 minutes, 4 seconds, something. I took a screenshot of the stopwatch, but I've actually got my phone, my spare phone here with me today to help. So I just thought it'd be fun to video it and share the process, and also gives me something to post on YouTube because I've been a bit lazy this week. Well, I've been ill, but I've also been a bit lazy this week. I'm not feeling too plumb today either. I have a sore throat and there's bugs going around, so happy days. But yeah, so that's all that's left from last night's scraps. These two, where did I just put the other one? There. No, where's it gone? There. The offending tag. Like these, just one second, I'm going to close these blinds. As nice as it is to have the sun out, it is blinding me and I can't see. It's also boiling hot. Not outside, just the sun through the window. Right, so these are the two that I ended up with after the challenge. And after I'd cut round everything, because the challenge, I hadn't even managed to cut round them by the time the 7 minutes were up. They were just a complete mess on the edges. But yeah, this was the offending article. This little rose and butterfly was part of the printable scrapbook paper page that I had. It was just like in the bottom corner, then I just tore around it, and then I spent way too long trying to figure out where to put it. But that one I had done probably in around 2 minutes, just over 2 minutes. It was relatively simple, that one. It was that did it. So today I'm going to try not to use something with too much pattern on it, and then I don't obsess over where to put it. I kind of stared at it for a few seconds, felt like a minute, and then my mind just completely wandered off task, and it was like, I want to put it there. No, it don't look right. No, I'll put it there. And I just completely forgot that I were up against the time. So that scuppered that. But even awesome tags though. And then, like I said, afterwards, I didn't time myself, but afterwards I cut some more tags, even just out of scrap paper. That was Ribena juice dyed paper. It's very thin, but since it's been layered up and collaged on, it's quite thick now. And of course, something to be able to write on the back. Just scrappy piece of card. Again, that was a note paper with cat on. Again, it was dyed with Ribena juice. Ribena juice or Vimto? Yeah, Ribena, not Vimto. Again, now it's been layered up, it's collaged on, it's a bit thicker. Another piece of scrap card. And that was done on scrapbooking paper. Double-sided scrapbook card. So quite substantial. But yeah, so those are what I did with a few bits of scraps left over, and then as you can see I added a few more from other bits of scrappy paper that I had. I routed through my box of scraps. But yeah, so we're going to try again. Oh, it's boiling now, that sun has come out. But I don't open the window because it's dinner time and the schools across the road are all coming out. The kids are really noisy and it's actually quite chilly. Just the sun's quite warm, but it's actually still quite chilly outside. So anyway, I was running very low on these tags. I think I only had 5 to begin with. So I've got this one left. I used 2 last night. And then this one is a little worse for wear because I usually use it to draw around to get the tag shape. So I will spare you the sitting and watching me make the tags, but I have used normal white cardstock. This has actually been it's actually a trifold card that I got quite a while since, when I used to make cards, and it opens up into 3 and it came with an envelope and everything, and I just split them all up and use that. It's not, I don't know what thickness it is, not very thick, but it'll do. So I used that, and I also used this piece of scrapbook paper, cardstock. It's pretty on both sides, and I just will choose a side when the time comes to collage. But I used this tag to draw around. I thought, what cheats and use a tiny tag. She didn't say how big the tags had to be. Could have used some really tiny ones from me die cut, but I wouldn't. I didn't. I was a good girl. I drew around these. So I have 4 white ones and 5 of the cardstock, so I can choose which way around I want to collage on, and then I've got a nice background on the back, which is cool because it's decorative but still light enough to be able to journal on. So now onto the paper. Right, papers. Sorry, I had to cut off. Third man come on. And he didn't. Normally I text and tell him I'm upstairs videoing, but I also, because I'm in the bedroom and the window's right there, I also usually watch out the window for the car, because he comes down. We're on we're a corner house, a little street at the side of us, and he usually comes down the side street to turn round to park up. But we've changed car. We've got a new car and I keep looking for the old one. So he comes in and I'm like, whoa, didn't see you come back. So, well, which car were you looking for? I'm still looking for the old one anyway. But I didn't text him to tell him that I was filming, so I just had visions of him coming in and shouting up, I'm home. But yeah, so papers. I have chose 4 papers, and I am going to try and keep it pretty simple-ish. Now I haven't checked, I'm not quite sure, but this paper, just this one, is actually double-sided. So it's a pale blue on that side and darker blue on this side, but it's textured, so I'll stick to just one side. I haven't checked about papers being double-sided, if you can use, as long as it's just that one sheet of paper, if you can flip over and use the other side. I don't know. Didn't think to ask that, but we'll see. So I have this one, slightly textured, then I have this one. I've no idea where it came from, like paper pack or the maker of the paper pack or whatever, because quite basically a few weeks back, my sister-in-law, well, a few months back, my sister-in-law Julia managed to bag a huge craft bundle of stuff from a woman that used to make cards and stuff like that, and she had tons and tons of stuff. I got loads of it, as if you go to the playlist here on YouTube and go to Craftaholic videos, you'll see loads of them in there of everything that I managed to get. But then the other week I just messaged her, I'm like, have you got any scrapbooking papers and stuff left, because I'm running low and I could do with some more, and she just come with a huge bundle and I bought the lot of it. And this was in it, so was this. So I have no idea who they by, but I just figured colours wise, okay. I'm going to use another Tracie printable from, I think it's the Tracie collection, but I'm not sure. I've got a few different ones that are collaged like this, and I'm not sure which is from which kit, because I printed them all out and threw them in a folder. So sorry Tracie, but it's one of Tracie's. And then again I'm going to use another one of Juni's papers, which are available in her Etsy shop, so link below, check her out guys. And Tracie. Speaking of Tracie, I thought it were only appropriate to use one of Tracie, seeing as how she's being evil and setting us this challenge. She's not being evil really, it's just funny. Someone called her sadistic the other day and I thought it were absolutely hilarious. But yeah, speaking of Tracie, like I said, I spent near enough all day on and off yesterday watching a teachable course that Tracie has done herself of a journal from start to finish. You have to pay for the course, which I did. I didn't get it free, didn't get any perks. But yeah, I paid for it and I watched it, and oh my gosh, it is amazing. Absolutely amazing. She covers literally everything. Every single step of the way she covers it all. It's awesome. And then she also covers alternatives. So like some bits she'll use a sewing machine, and then she'll tell you if you don't have a sewing machine or you don't want to, do this instead, and she shows you how to do it. Fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. For a beginner course, it's definitely worth it. I still class myself as a bit of a newbie, but I wouldn't say I'm a beginner. But I thought, you know what, let's have a do with it. So what, you know, it's there for, I've paid for it now and it's there for life, so it's a lifetime thing. It's not like you pay for it, complete it, and then it disappears. It's there in your account however long you need it to be there for. But yeah, amazing guys, absolutely amazing. So I watched it on and off throughout the day yesterday whilst I was doing other things, because I had a me day. Happy days. Basically a lazy day too. Everything else had been done, I had nothing to do and I had a lazy day, plus I wasn't feeling too plumb either, so that worked out quite well for yesterday being a lazy day. But yeah, so I did that on and off in between other things. The course is around, I think, about 4 hours, 4.5 hours long, something like that. But like I said, it covers absolutely everything, and you get some, this isn't one of them, this is one of her other digital kits, but you get some freebies in it as well. So you get some templates and some other stuff to use that she uses in making that journal, but it's absolutely fantastic. So definitely go and check it out. I will link to the Teachable course below, so go and check her out on that. That is fantastic. Anybody who wants to get into the world of journaling, junk journaling, and would like a full guide, then definitely go check that out. So yeah, so there you go. Speaking of Tracie, gone off track again. Oh, my mind's all over the place today because I'm quite excited, but I'm also nervous. Don't know why, because this is a fun video. But yeah, so I've got the printables and the 4 pages I want to use for these 2 tags. Then I have 1, 2, 3, 4 pages that I want to use for another set of tags, just in case I don't get this one right or get it done in time, or just because. And then I have another 4 pages for another set of tags. Again, there's 4 pages, and I'm going to use a doily, something different texture. Again, just because, or if I don't get it done in time, or just because. So we shall see how that pans out. But even at that, I'm gonna actually do quite a few of these just for fun, and then put them to one side and use them in journals anyway. Once we've done the challenge and got it done in 5 minutes, I can't use these because these were over the 5-minute period. But once we've done and got them undone in the 5 minutes or under, we have to then choose, if you do it more than once, you choose which tags you want to use. But we then have to keep them tags to one side and save them before next month's challenge, which we know nothing about yet. So quite interesting, but that probably wouldn't do even if I had done it within that time scale, because I forgot when I was doing that. It was that threw me. I should have ignored it. She said that the tags are only a base, so don't make them too fancy. So if they're only a base, I'm guessing that's going to end up being covered up in next month's challenge, so maybe not a good idea, but that is now an awesome tag for something else. I could put like a word or a stamp or something above that. So I'm going to try and keep them a little bit simple like them. We'll see. We'll see, definitely see. But I'm quite excited about this next lot, which I will show whether I get this done in time or not, because there's something a little bit exciting in that one. Well, in my case anyway. Now, nothing was mentioned about doing this first, so I'm going to do it anyway. But I'm going to cut the white stuff off the edge of these papers. Or will that be in? I don't know. No, I'll leave that. I'll leave that for now because I don't know whether that's actually allowed. I would imagine it is, but I'll leave it. But what makes me laugh more than anything is after Tracie was called sadistic, she did a video showing how to get it done within 5 minutes. And you know what? She did it in 4 minutes and something. But that was the actual whole videoing process and everything as well. So her setting up the video, her talking, her doing it, even trimming it afterwards and everything else. And it was like, I can't believe you did that in under 5 minutes and you videoed the whole process too. So anyway, I'm going to get prepared. So I'm just getting the stopwatch ready on my old phone. Yes, the device is set to total silence and whatnot. All notifications off, so leave me be. Third man's home now anyway, so if school needs to ring, they'll phone him. Or my mum. I don't know why, but they always phone her first anyway. Just have a drink and compose myself. Right, now, I know as long as I stay within the blue mat, I'm in frame. So I'm going to sit down now instead of standing up and looking through the camera. So, oh my gosh, here we go. Oh man, I've never been so nervous. Right, scissors at the ready. Good call on the scissors, by the way, Tracy. I've been after some new ones. Stand back up again. I've been after some new ones for a while, and these were on Amazon. They're X-Cut scissors. That's the brand, X-Cut. They are awesome, and they really do cut through anything. Because I've just been using these cheap pound shop scissors, which do really well actually, and then these ones from Asda's, but I find the blades on these are a little bit too thick to do some of the more finer work. But yeah, they work well, but these are awesome, and I love the bigger handles, comfy to grip. So we will have them on standby in case. And I think for this challenge we will go with the plain tags. I have my handy dandy glue stick. It's just cheap stuff. What is it called? Q Connect or something? I don't know. I got it off Amazon and I got it in a box. I think there's about 12 or 20 or something in the big box that I got. I got them ages ago, probably about 4 or 5 years ago, for when I were crafting with the kids. But yeah, it works just as well. I used it to do all of these, and yeah, it's lifting a little bit in the corners, but you get that anyway. But everything's stuck down, it's worked really well. It's been overnight. So, yep. I'm just gonna... Will that stay there? No, it won't. It will now. Can you guys still see that? Probably not. Okay, let's just have it there then. Can you see? I can't see. The lights in the sun's literally shining in my eyes. Yeah, you can see it there. Right, we'll have it there. Okay, so let's move some other stuff out of the way. My cutter is here to the right of me, but I think... No, it'll be alright. I'm just thinking of it being slightly in the way, but it's not. Right, oh my gosh. So, 4 papers, 2 tags, 1 glue stick. Oh my gosh. Let's go. Oh my gosh. I can't believe I'm doing this. Mind you, Tracy did say actually when she was doing hers, she was doing it on camera and she was chattering away. And she did say it does help actually. So I was doing it last night whilst watching telly. So and one thing I did do, and all I spent a lot of time actually clock watching, which I don't think helped. And keep in mind that these are only a base as well. Doesn't matter if we go over because we can trim that after. The whole point is to just get the tags covered. So I have no idea what I'm doing. No rhyme or reason. See, I think it's a bit, I don't know. I kind of think it's a bit harder because she hasn't told us what we're using these tags for next month. So I kind of like, part of me is thinking, oh, that's okay. But then I'm thinking, but I want to know what we're doing. And then I know whether there's a theme to work on or something like that. But I think that's the idea. The idea is not to think about what you're doing and just do it. So, no, I'm not going to just pull big strips off and do it because I wouldn't say it's cheating, but it kind of feels like it is. Because then what's to stop me just using the full Tracie collage sheet on there? So just tear that down there. Now there's no rules to say you have to tear, you can cut if you want, but I just like the ripped look. It's also quicker than cutting. I'm too fussy when I am cutting. Talk about fussy cutting. I am fussy when I'm cutting. I'm not very good at freehand cutting, but I'm really fussy. I've got to get everything straight. When I'm using scissors, I don't know, my brain kind of just goes, well, no, you're doing it wrong. You need to do it like this. And then I kind of just get really obsessed with things being straight. Gosh, I'm boiling. Really, really, really boiling, guys. That sun is belting down on me, even through the blinds that are now shut. The sun's belting down on me, and I'm having a hot flush here. Whoa, look at that. Right, so 2.5 minutes for that one, which I'm going to call done. Let's see what we can do with this one. So I'm actually going to use this. Stop thinking. I'm thinking. This is what I did last night. I'm thinking. I'm going to cover that up just for a minute because I'm panicking now. But this is exactly what I did last night. I sat and I thought about what I was doing, which is not what you're supposed to do. So I'm not sure. I don't think you have to have it exactly covered. So you don't even really need to use the same stone. That's the tag. Whoop, don't turn that off. Don't want that on the bottom. I'm going to put that across the top. Sorry about the sniffling, guys. I am so not well today. I shouldn't even really be doing this, but I just got bored of being in bed and feeling sorry for myself and everything else. So I thought, you know what? Come and have some fun. Come and have a go if you think you're hard enough. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. I'm not going to do it. Panic. Right, what have we got? This. I think I am actually. I think I'm going to do it. Because they are only a background. I don't know what for or what to, but they are only supposed to be a background. So, oh, with a few seconds left. Done! Oh my gosh, look at that! Actually, a few seconds, well, literally milliseconds or whatever ago. Does it have to be stuck down properly? It's coming away, but it's on. Oh dear me. We nearly got there. I don't know if that counts, but dear me. See, I didn't even get the white bit off the edge of there, but never mind. Let's see. I'm going to do it again anyway in a minute. I don't need to screenshot because I've got the video as proof. Not that she's asked for proof anyway, but... And this wasn't part of the time. This was allowed after, so this doesn't count. Oh my gosh, I really am burning up. I think I'm going to have to brave the cold wind and open the window before I pass out with this heat. Well, actually, I quite like that. Even though I panicked right at the last minute. Second. Millisecond. I like them flowers. Oh, I can't even use these papers again now. Well, I suppose I could, but I've cut them up, so, well, tore them up, so there won't be very much left to use, but I will put them to one side for now, and then when I've done faffing with the challenge, I will use them to create some more tags, because I'm not doing the challenge, I can do some slightly smaller ones. Excuse me. Well, I really like that, actually. That's bugging me now. I should have just left that off, actually. If I hadn't put that on, I'd have been alright. Does that still count? We will leave it on because it's only a base, so I'm probably going to cover it up anyway. And if I don't do it in Tracie's new challenge next month, then I'll do it with something else. Look at all these scraps again. This is not fun. Well, it is fun, but not for trying to get rid of scraps. You're just creating more. Right, let's put all these to one side. Stuck together. Making new scraps out of old scraps. Cool. So there's quite a considerable amount left on them. That's good. I am just going to throw them away. Please don't shoot me, guys. I know I'm hearing you all going, oh, she's throwing scraps away. But seriously, I've got enough. Not just with this lot, with everything else as well. So, put them on the bed behind me. So, how did we do? So, right. Screenshot that and reset. I've got the video as proof, but I just want to remind myself later. So, if you don't count panicking and putting that on at the last minute, then I did get that done in under 5 minutes. But right, next challenge, and I'm going to use these 2 tags. And I think going off, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 sheets in this one. Oops, and I think going off this one, which is actually vellum. That's going to be on the reverse. I think I'll do one of each, so I'll do one on that side and one on that side, so then when you flip over you've got them like that. Right, so guys, let me open this window. Excuse the noise when I do. 1, there's a plane going over, and 2, it's going to get a bit noisy. Oh gosh, there isn't even any breeze. Nice. Where am I at videoing? Right, fine. So let's go again. Brew first. Before I do, just put the lid back on this a sec. This is quite good, this glue, actually, and actually the warmer it gets and meltier, the stickier it gets, so that's not too bad. Right, the reason I was quite excited about this one, or this bundle, should I say, is because, one, look at this vellum, isn't it awesome? Again, this was in the bundle of, like, just turn it over and then show you. This was in the bundle of all that scrapbooking paper that I got from my sister-in-law. Awesome. Sparkles as well. Sparkles! Gotta have the sparkles! But this is what I was rather excited about. Isn't that awesome? What do you think? What do you reckon, guys? Not to some people's taste, I know, but what do you reckon? Seriously? Honest comments, because that is one of mine. Yes, that's one of my potential, nothing set in stone just yet, but potential digital papers. digital kit papers, whatever you want. Just digital paper. Yeah. So I got a bit brave and don't know where I've put all others. I'm sure that's another video anyway, so I'm not actually going to show it now. But yeah, I got a bit brave and I yeah, did some of my own papers. So what do you guys think? I will just say I didn't create this myself. I'm no good when it comes to computers and stuff like that. I didn't create this myself. It was a very old piece of wallpaper, actually a very old piece of wallpaper sample that I've had for what, we've been here 6 years, so about 7 years. So very old, but not that old. But yeah, and it was just a huge big piece that I had that I was contemplating on doing the house here with, but then we went with something else. See, so I've always been into the turquoisey blues and turquoises even before business came into things. But yeah, and all I did was just kind of folded it all in different ways and then scanned it. So like I said, the jury's out at the moment whether or not it will ever be an actual printable digital, because I think I'm going to need to look into it to make sure it is okay to do. But for me, myself, to use in my own journals, I was quite proud of myself. So there we go. That's that one. That's why we're excited. Although now I'm wishing I'd not picked this one because it's got a big rose on it. So what am I going to do with that? Again, we have some more of that paper, and I will use... Actually, I think this time I'm going to use that side of the paper, given that everything is bluey turquoise. And that, yeah, I'm going to use that side of the paper. And then I have this, which is a printable from Pixabay, basically. So yeah, so I shall use these, sticking with a rough theme. So these are what I'm going to use this time round. Actually, I didn't, yeah, vellum. I was just going to say I didn't think beforehand how easy it was to tear vellum, but it's easy. So them's what I'm going to use this time round. So again, 4 pages, 2 tags. Oh gosh, 5 minutes. Let's see what we can achieve. And before I do anything else, let's just quickly take a photo for either the thumbnail or just because. My phone, sorry guys, my phone is actually feeling very hot, so it's because of this sun. What am I like for battery? Let me just check. 63%. Right, we should be okay for this one, and then I think I'll just stop and take a break and let my phone cool down. Actually, let's take it off charge because that won't be helping. Whoosh, but definitely this sun's not helping. Right, so again, as long as I stay within that blue craft mat, I am in frame. So let's go. Another drink. So one that side, one that side. Glue stick. Scissors are ready for after. Okie dokie. So, let's see how well or bad I do this time. 1, 2, 3. Go. Okay. So I think, even though I'm not supposed to be thinking, I think I'll start with this. Quite like this because it kind of already looks collaged. We want some of that Paris. Nope, that way. Good tip, that, should I say, I just want to say a good tip on that from Gayle, from another YouTuber and junk journaler, Gayle Agostinelli, for people who aren't aware. I will link to her below too, so definitely go check her out. But yeah, one of her videos not long since, she was giving a few tips on tearing, and if you don't want that white edge, which way to tear your paper. Really good tip there, thank you for that. It's not always easy to figure out anyway, but... Oh, right, yeah, this paper's got coffee kind of like tea and coffee stains on the back, but I won't use that. So, it doesn't really matter about white space on this one. Oh my gosh, I am melting. So, I think I should have got another glue stick ready because this one's nearly out. Okay, so that there, and then, yeah, we're doing this side, aren't we? So, not big enough. Tore that in wrong. Oh, actually, so that's not going to matter which way you tear it, it's still going to give that edge. Still not covering the whole of the tag. Disaster. I wonder how this is going to stick with being textured and only a glue stick. She never stated you had to use a glue stick. You can use whatever glue you want, I assume. She just said. Oh, don't like that bit now. Okay, never mind. Stick that on, and then I want some of this over the top. So it doesn't have to be a lot, but I want some of that on there. No, we're over the 2.5 minute mark for that on tag. Not that it matters, but right. One tag. Let's be quick sharp about this one. So I'm gonna just do that up the side of there. That's nice. And then do thinking again, need to stop doing that. This down here. Stop thinking, just put it on. Oh, we're using this side, aren't we? Okay, so that along there. No. And then actually this vellum's not that easy to tear, you know. It kind of has a mind of its own. And then let's get this on, and then we're done. We're gonna do it. Get the glue on quick. Wrong way. And missed a bit. Done. Oh, there we go. What are we on? 4 minutes 56. Ooh. Really pushing it. Oh, that's coming out. Coming off, I mean. Did I glue that on, or has it just actually come undone? That's interesting. I'm pretty sure I glued that. Does that count? might not have done. No, I can't have done, otherwise it would have stuck, because it's stuck in the middle. Unless I just didn't put enough on. I'm guessing this doesn't count because I'm having to re-glue after, but we'll see. No, this is interesting. Vellum doesn't stick very well with glue stick. I'm pretty sure I just smothered that. Wow. Hot, hot, hot. Flipping Nora. Okay, let's trim. So that's one. Two. Quite like them. Oops. This vellum's not sticking. That is very interesting. Very interesting indeed. It kind of is sticking, but then it's not. Be interesting to see how that holds up over time. Like when it dries. So, 2 more tags. Whether they count or not, I don't know. I don't actually think I'd be using them anyway because of this vellum, or I'll be sticking that down with Fabri-Tac. But 2 more tags done. And just under 5 minutes, if that counts. So, some more scraps. Happy days. I'm going to keep the vellum scraps separate, I think. And then we have one more lot of paper left. This is going to be very interesting. And then I'm going to call it a do for this video anyway. I will make some more tags anyway with the scraps from all the cut-offs and papers we've used. But I will call the video a do because, like I said, my phone's getting hot, which means it's probably not going to video for much longer because it doesn't like it. Also, it has a habit of shutting down when it gets too hot, and I won't get a warning. We're okay yet. Let me just... That's better. Just every now and then I have to just stop the video and then turn it back on again, just in case it decides to shut down on me. Because like I said, when it gets too hot it has a habit of shutting down. It restarts almost instantly, but if it did that I wouldn't get a warning and then I'd lose what bit of video I've just recorded. So every now and then I try and do it so that I don't have to, not edit it, but so that it's not noticeable when I edit. But sometimes it is. I do it quite regular. Sometimes you don't notice, sometimes it's very noticeable. Right, let's use the 2 plain ones for this one. And we are on to these. So we have a paper doily, a rectangular squared one, no, rectangular shaped one, another one of Juni's printables, just a yellow sheet of paper, and then this one again is another one of mine. This is a scan of a duvet cover that I have. It's actually on my bed right now. But yeah, I just made it lighter on the printer because it come out quite dark and I didn't like it. But it's like a patchwork duvet cover. It's absolutely awesome. So, and rather than cut it up, it were actually from the pillowcase. I just folded the pillowcase up in different ways on the scanner and photocopied it. So, right. But like I said, as regards to the same with the wallpaper version and with regards to using them as a digital kit, like to sell, I'll have to do some digging and look into it a bit more first. But it's on the cards just in case. Now, let's see how far we get with this one. Judging by the last few attempts, not far. Let's see how well doily holds up with glue stick. Yee, running low. Right. So, let's go. 3, 2, 1, go. That vellum's bugging me. I'm pretty sure I glued that quite well. Might not have done, but I'm pretty sure I did. That noise, in case you can hear it in the background, is my watch that I normally wear. It's beeping to tell me that somebody's buzzing me. Not buzzing me as such, but I've got a notification. So, because when I am recording, I do it on my phone. So I turn all my notifications off and I always put it in airplane mode. So I don't get notifications on the phone, but obviously I get them still on my watch. So let's just get rid of some of that, makes it easier. And then let's have a little bit of this. Again, I'm only using one side of this paper because I don't know if you use double-sided paper, you're allowed to use both sides. I didn't check that specific because I didn't think of it. So, and then that's pretty much done. Let's just add a bit of interest. Oh, this one's going a bit faster. Ooh, try glue sticking a doily, it's not good fun. Now where do I put it? I've got a little bit more time to think about this one. Oh, nice, nice. Although I don't know how much is this, how much of this is going to be covered up in next month's challenge, but I like that. Oh my gosh, it's not easy gluing a doily with a glue stick. Okay, so right, just pull a little bit off there. Tag 1 done in the time scale. Nice. Where's tag 2 hiding? Come back. So let's go down here a little bit. Let's put that on. Definitely sticky is this glue stick, so I don't get that vellum. my gosh, I'm sticking to everything. It's not good to work yourself into a little square. Stick that on there. Get off. Put that up there. Don't want all of it. Put that up there and then again, let's have a bit of the doily, but I think I'm just going to glue the tag because it'll dry anyway. And there we go. Finished. Yes, yes, yes! I did it! I did it! Albeit a mess, but I did it. I've actually accomplished one, and I think I'll actually use these. I'm all sticky and horrible. So what did we do? 4 minutes 29 seconds. Eek. Trimming isn't counted, so I'm happy about that. I can do this now just to see what we've got. Get off, get off, get off, get off. Sticking everywhere. Oops. Cutting parts of tagging. Tell you I'm not good at cutting. Freehand, fussy cut, whatever people like to call it. Oh, I actually really like that. Quite simple, and it is only a background, so interesting. Oh my gosh. I am absolutely melting. I think I'm going to go and have a shower in a minute. I'm that hot. Shame it's not this hot outside. Mind you, I did say as well I'm not quite feeling too good today, so I could also be running a slight temperature, which wouldn't surprise me after the way I feel. So let's just scoot them scraps over there and have a look at what we got. And oh my gosh, I really like them. Yay! Right, I'm submitting these. I love them. I really actually do love them. That's annoying me, but I can live with that. I can live with that. Awesome. I think maybe might have another go later, but I think for the time being, sorry, just headbutted the camera. Am I still recording? Yeah, my phone's not died on me yet. I think 4 minutes 29.8 seconds, and I would say challenge complete. Yay! Happy days. It only took what, 4 attempts? 2 last night and 3 today. So we have them 2 that I started with, which was done under the 5 minutes, but only just. Them 2, which I'm really not happy about that vellum. I like the tags, but I'm not happy about the way this vellum actually has stuck now, but I'm not happy about the way it's potentially gonna come undone. But I love that. Yeah, I'm gonna go with it for now, unless I change my mind later and try again. Alright, screenshot him when it's flashing at you, but you've got to make sure, there you go, you've got to make sure you actually get the time. But yeah, for now, I'm calling it done. I will sort this video out and then I will get it uploaded, and I will post in Tracie's group as well, and then we'll see what she says with verdicts for the other tags, if I can possibly enter them. Although, no, I'm not going to. I'm not going to enter them. I'm going to enter these two, but we'll see if they if they counted, because that was interesting. And then I've got all these awesome scraps, which I am going to now, like I said, just turn the camera phone. Well, actually, I'm going to turn my phone off as well as just the camera. Turn the phone off, let it cool down, and then. Oh, sorry, you didn't see that. I'm not throwing them away. And then I can use these scraps and all the other ones, and now I can actually mix them all together. So that's going to make some extremely interesting other tags. Thank you, Tracie, for helping me create a whole bunch more new scraps. This is definitely not a challenge to give a try. If you're trying to eliminate scraps, you're only going to make more. So, unless you already use scraps to do the challenge with, but you need to make sure they're pretty big scraps because you're going to use a lot of them. But yeah, so I'm calling it done, and I'm using these two for the time being. In 4 minutes 29.8 seconds. Not bad. Not bad at all. Is it bad I'm feeling really smug? Oh dear me. Right. Oh, and I have a piece of paper, dictionary paper, floating around the floor here from... I actually chose this to possibly use in part of this because it's from a Oxford Concise Dictionary or whatever it was called. Whatever it was called. And I took this page specifically because it says craftsman and crafty on it, and I was just going to turn around that and use that bit. But now I'm not timed and I know exactly where it is. I can do it a little bit more. I can be a bit more fussy about it. So, but in the meantime, I have 4 awesome new tags from today's mini challenge, which I quite like them actually, but I won't use them. I quite like these, but I'm disappointed with the way the vellum didn't stick, because that cost me time. I'm positive, I'm going to watch this back, but I'm positive I glued that all over before I stuck it on. I might not have done, I don't know, but kind of wish I hadn't put it on now and put something else on. Anyway, still cool, because now I can just put something over it. And then ones that I did last night with the scraps left over from doing those 2 tags. I love that one. Really, really love that one, I do. So, got a lovely bundle of tags going on now. Now I have to put these 2 somewhere safe where I don't lose them, ready for next month's challenge. Does it count that they're coming unglued, or I didn't glue them properly in the first place? I need to find my other glue sticks as well, because that's nearly out. But yeah, I'm really, really, really liking how bright and cheery and colourful they are. Awesome. I only have them 3 left, so I need to go and chop a load of new ones. And then sorted. Right. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you found it amusing. I hope you found it a bit useful. I don't know what part you found useful, but just the kind of general... If you want to have a go, basically. If you do have a go, whether you're a junk journal or not, if you've got some scraps and you just want to have a go, by all means, have a go. The link to this video will be posted over on our Facebook group, Facebook page. So if you do want to have a go, well, if you do a video, then pop the link to your videos either below in the comments here on YouTube or over. Find the link to this video on the Facebook page and pop it there. And also, for those of you who want to have a go, don't do videos, take some pictures. You can't post pictures in comments on YouTube. Once again, find the link. Most of you will have probably come to this video from the Facebook link. Pop your pictures below in the comments on the Facebook link to this video, because I'd love to see them. I really, really would. So yeah, definitely, if you have, like I said, or anybody else, any other YouTubers or junk journalists taking part in this challenge, that you've actually done the challenge, drop your links below and then I can go check you out, because I don't seem to be able to find a hashtag or anything that everybody could be using to link, you know, not link the videos, but kind of thing. So anybody else, junk journalists that are watching, if you take the challenge up, then post your link, drop your links to your videos below, and then I can go over and have a watch, because I just think it's really funny. Not so much funny, but it's fun, really good fun, and I'd love to see how other people are getting on. So yay. Right, I'm gonna go gonna go and give my phone a break. I'm gonna go and probably have a shower, because I am absolutely melting. I know I've said that a million times, but I cannot believe how hot it is. No, the heating's definitely not on, even though it feels like it's coming from the radiator, but oh my gosh. Wow. Well, this won't tell me because I'm on airplane mode. We're just going to see how warm it's got. It's not hot out there at all, it's still quite chilly, but I'm melting in here. But yeah, so thank you so much for watching, guys. Thank you, Tracie. You're a pain in the backside, but thank you. No, you're not really. I love it. I've had so much fun. But yeah, awesome. Up to now, these are my entries. Please tell me it counts, please. I'm going. Thanks for watching, guys. Goodbye.